Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Adriana DC. Welcome. Tonight's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my top 10 most worn fragrances in my perfume collection. It's not actually meant to be a top 10, but it's about 10 fragrances thereabouts that I can say have the biggest dents in my perfume collection. These are fragrances that I would have most likely worn the most, okay? And I'm probably going to explain to you guys why these fragrances are the ones that I wear the most out of my entire perfume collection. This is just by coincidence. I don't intentionally just pick those particular scents out because I love like all of the fragrances in my perfume collection, but there are those fragrances in my perfume collection that I really enjoy wearing and I pull for them regularly without even realizing it, and the dents are the receipts to show. So if you guys are interested in seeing my most worn fragrances in my perfume collection, then by all means keep on watching. If you guys are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for your continuous support. Let's just dive right into it. First, and I would say the top most worn fragrance in my perfume collection is a popular scent that I always talk about on this channel, but not always, from time to time. But you guys know the scent because every time I mention this fragrance, I highlight this to you guys. And the most worn fragrances in my perfume collection would be the YSL Libre Intense and the entire Libra line. I have the Intense and I have the Eau de Toilette, and I used to have the original, but I actually gave it away. I do have a mini bottle there. However, I would say the YSL Eau de Toilette is more or less along the same lines of the original. It's just a bit more softer, a bit more mellow, but more along the same lines. You guys, this is my favorite fragrance in my perfume. Well, not favorite, because I do have my favorite perfume, which is the Miss Dior. But if I was to sum up myself in a bottle or a fragrance, YSL Libre's DNA would be that scent. Of course, we all know this is a beautiful lavender, vanilla. There's a mandarin orange, tonka bean. This one here adds some amber, so it's a bit more deeper, a lot more, sweeter, a bit more dense, and I would say a little bit more, it's a bit more enticing. And this one is a bit more lighter area, still keeping, because I have the EDT and I decided I'm going to wear the EDT in place of the original to make sure that I wear this baby. At the time when this one came out, I just knew that I had to have it because I just love me some YSL Libre. So the YSL Libre is in fact my most worn fragrance in my entire perfume collection. The next most worn fragrance in my entire perfume collection is MFK's Oud, you guys. And I mean, like, you know what? Ever so often I discover a fragrance that just takes me by surprise, and I would come on here and I would just go on and on and on about the scent. If you guys remember me hauling this, I probably bought this fragrance like last year, I think. And when I discovered this perfume, oh my God, I was so in love. I did the jacket test with this perfume. I went to Selfridges, sprayed it on my jacket, and for 5 days I smelled this perfume on my jacket, and I was like, oh my God, this is the most beautiful fragrance ever. This is a spicy, woody, I want to say it's a little bit aromatic. I want to say it comes off, there's a clean soapy smell in here, so almost I want to say it's described as a fresh spice, but it comes off very aromatic to my nose, almost a little bit herbal. It's giving off somewhat of a herbal vibe in my opinion. I'm guessing that's just, the aromatic touches mixing with the spices. It's a very spicy, woody fragrance, very airy. It is most definitely fresh because the perfume is not that heavy. It's like a bottle of a windy, fresh, spicy fragrance, but I wore this fragrance once and the perfume was actually a little bit cloying for me. I'm guessing it's where I wore the fragrance, but do not, underestimate this scent. Even though it comes off fresh and woody and airy and almost transparent, this fragrance is a decent, performing fragrance, and it has a lot of presence, you guys. Not only that, again, when you spray it on your jacket, it lasts and it lasts and it lasts and it lasts forever. Like, I am in love with it. I think this overall scent smells very expensive. It smells like very lush. It smells like I don't know, it just smells a little bit pristine in my opinion. The scent profile just has this pristine, upscale, well put together, but not just well put together, like very savvy kind of vibe, and that's the vibe that I get from this perfume, and I love it. It does lean a little bit masculine, but the DNA on this scent is just so good, you guys. Yeah, the DNA on this is just so sexy. So yeah, MFK is one of my most worn fragrances in my entire perfume collection. The next most worn fragrance in my entire perfume collection is the Passione Intense. And I'm quite surprised, you guys. And I didn't even realize, you know, how my feelings kind of like evolved for this fragrance. When I first bought this scent, I wasn't that excited. I just felt it was like, it was just like a meh fragrance. And as I've had this fragrance, and as I've kept this perfume and kind of played around with it, I have grown to fall in love with this beautiful scent. This is a syrupy, sweet black currant fragrance, a little bit citrusy, woody. I want to say there's a bit of a soapiness in the heart of this perfume, mixed with a bit of the florals, and you have the patchouli and the vanilla in the base, okay? Beautiful fragrance. Overall, a soapy, floral, woody, citrusy, sweet scent. I love the smell of this fragrance, and I have grown to love this perfume so much. I am shook at you guys. You can, yeah, can you see it? Can you see this fragrance dancing? Like, I'm shook. Like, I can't believe that this fragrance is so, like, I can't believe I've made such a dent in this fragrance. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. I thoroughly enjoy fragrances that are easy to wear. And I've mentioned this before on my channel. I am a sunshiny, fresh, citrus, airy type of chick, okay? I love sunshiny fragrances, or perfumes that's really pretty and playful. I do dive into my oud because I love my ouds. I love my spices. I love my Middle Eastern fragrances, you know, maxed all the way up or maxed all the way out. But on a regular basis, on a daily basis, what fragrances do I pull for? I pull for my not so complicated, fruity, pretty, sweet smelling fragrances, okay? Very playful and chic scents. And Passione Intense falls in that bracket. I thoroughly enjoy wearing this fragrance, you guys. I think it's a beautiful scent. As a matter of fact, the whole C line has got me right now. So yeah, I had the CA cloth and I sold it, and I didn't bother to buy it back because this one, you know, it pretty much covers all the bases of all the flankers in the Passione line. But these fragrances are an absolute pleasure to wear. So Passione Intense is definitely one of my most worn fragrances in my entire perfume collection. My next most worn fragrance in my perfume collection is Musk 12 by Kayali, you guys. And I don't talk about this fragrance a lot on my perfume channel. However, I really enjoy this fragrance. This is a beautiful, soft, musky, powdery, sweet vanilla and sandalwood scent. Heavy on the florals, but the florals are very like very soft and very delicate in this perfume. Lovely smelling perfume, very uncomplicated, clean smelling, comforting, even warm, a little bit cozy, clean girl vibes in my opinion. And I love this perfume. I loved it from the very first time I smelled it, and I still love this fragrance. This is the perfume when I'm at home, fresh out of the shower, not just fresh out of the shower, just as when I want to wear something that's really nice and light. I would say, I mean, people don't usually talk about this, but for me, my stress level is very high. I know I come on here, I do YouTube videos and, you know, smell good or whatever. But in honestly, my stress level tends to be a little bit high. So on a regular day, I don't aim for something too crazy. I usually aim for fragrances that kind of keep me nice and calm, like uncomplicated and fresh and not too overwhelming on a regular basis. I only pull for overwhelming fragrances during the falls every now and again, but I do not pull for my most strongest fragrances on a regular. I go for my much more softer, powdery, calming scents on a whole, which you guys will see in this entire list, as opposed to, you know, my YSL Libre. But Musk 12 is a beautiful, comforting and warm powdery fragrance that I definitely pull for very often because it just gives me a nice relaxing mood, you guys. So Musk 12 is one of my most worn fragrances in my entire perfume collection. Okay. My next most worn fragrance in my entire perfume collection is a scent that I actually recently decluttered in my full, you know, perfume collection video. And the scent that I'm talking about is my Olympia Intense by PACO Rabanne. Now, I recently decluttered this fragrance because I just felt like, I don't know, maybe, I think maybe I could change my mind as well. In the video, I actually said that I was going to declutter. I said that I wasn't sure about decluttering it. And then after the video, I said I'm going to declutter it. And right now, I'm going to say that I'm keeping it because, like, I still love the perfume. I don't know. I like this fragrance. I like it a lot. Anyways, This, as you can see, is one of my most worn fragrances in my perfume collection, which means evidently I thoroughly enjoy this perfume. This is my sweet, salty, sexy, vanilla, a little bit ambery, sweet smelling fragrance. It has a beautiful, sexy, ambery vanilla essence mixing with that salty vibe. And I would say this perfume definitely smells sexy, you guys. For me, I associate this fragrance with the beach, with a beachfront bar, a restaurant overlooking, the sea or the ocean or whatever, on a beach period, having, just hanging about, whether you're partying or something of the sort. This gives me Anguilla nightlife vibes. It gives me island life, nightlife vibes, and this is what I associate this fragrance with. Hence why I thoroughly love and enjoy this perfume, you guys. I don't think I want to part with this scent, but I will say to you, I have worn the hell out of this fragrance, and I really, really love it because, again, I'm effortlessly drawn to this scent because it just gives me that salty, beachy vibe, and it's not just for the day, but it's for the nighttime as well. So again, this is like a nostalgic scent for me, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, I have like a back and forth, relationship with this baby right now. But I think overall, I'm going to keep this scent because, again, this is a massive big dent and it just doesn't make sense. I think I'm going to keep this scent in my perfume collection. So my PACO Rabanne Olympia Intense is one of my most worn fragrances in my entire perfume collection. And let me just put it right back up here on my shelf. This next fragrance is a fairly new fragrance to my perfume collection, and I made a very big dent in it nonetheless. And the perfume I'm talking about is my Choo I Want You. But now, I remember my train of thought when I first, discovered this fragrance, okay? I was like, oh my God, it's so pretty. It's fruity. It's a beautiful scent. You get the peaches in galore. Every single time that I would go to Boots, I would just love the hell out of this fragrance. I couldn't get over the fact that you YouTubers felt that this scent was a basic, ordinary, simple fragrance. You know what? You guys do have an influence on, how people feel about fragrances. I will say that to you guys, okay? And some of the perfumes that I don't have in my collection today is because of, the reputation that the scents have in the community. However, I decided, you know what, Adrian, you really love this fragrance. Just get it, okay? And there are a few other fragrances I feel that way about. This perfume, the My Way Intense, I want the My Way. I don't care how simple it is. And Black Opium, I actually had the My Way Intense. I hauled that scent, but I bought it in a 50 ml and it was so damn good. I sold it to somebody just so I can buy a bigger bottle. But I went on holiday after that and I completely forgot about it. That kind of way. But I want that perfume in the biggest bottle that it has in my perfume collection. But yes, Choo I Want You is such a beautiful, playful, chic, fruity, floral fragrance. It is citrusy. You get the peaches. It's a pretty girl perfume. It's a very easy reach. It's an easy reach, but it's still an impressive, easy reach. It's a fragrance that, it's not so complicated, but still makes a statement, but not a very fussy statement. You wear this perfume and people smell it. People give you compliments. It's a really beautiful scent that you thoroughly enjoy wearing. And when you're smelling it while you're wearing it, you fall in love with yourself and the scent even more. If I love this perfume one more time, I have to get the Choo I Want You Forever. I love this perfume. It's such a chic and playful scent, you guys. So bet your life, I have been wearing the hell out of this. And I am not one to have signature scents or wear the same perfume over and over. But again, I took this Anguilla with me recently and I had a select few of fragrances and I thoroughly enjoyed, wearing these scents. I don't know why this didn't make it to my top 10, but there are other fragrances that the scent profile draws me in a lot more, but this is just I wear this perfume without even thinking about it, that kind of way. So yeah, Choo I Want You, this is like one of my most favorite fragrances in my perfume collection and definitely one of my most worn scents. My next most worn fragrance in my perfume collection is a scent that nobody talks about. When I say nobody, and I'm talking about Aqua Vitae Cologne Forte from MFK. And I remember going completely crazy over this fragrance when it was released and nobody talked about it. Nobody was blown away. People were just not into this range. Me, however, I was blown away. I was just so in love with this perfume and I love it even more and more and more because it's such an uncomplicated scent. Again, another perfect example. This is like one of my most sunshine in a bottle smelling fragrances with the essence of bergamot. It's citrusy, some musk in there, solar notes, and I think that's what it is, you guys. It smells like sunshine. Like, need I say more? This smells like sunshine. It's fresh, it's clean, it's invigorating. It smells a little bit aromatic as well, but it smells like spring clean. That's what it smells like, spring clean and citrus and fresh. If I love this perfume one more time, when I wear this fragrance, I take it to town, okay? As in, like, this is my favorite gym scent, but it's not just the scent that I wear to gym. It's the one of those fragrances that on a, on a day that you just, you don't know what you want to wear, you don't want anything too complicated, you just want something nice and light and clean, I pull for this beautiful fragrance right here and I take it to town. I go to town with it. I am so in love with this perfume, and it's easy to label this fragrance as simple and boring because, again, this also falls in the bracket with Jimmy Choo. I know, MFK. Most people think this perfume is not that, interesting, it's boring, but for what it is, if you appreciate it for what it is, it has a solar note, it smells like sunshine, it's bright, it's uplifting, it's airy, and that's it. That's all I need. And that's how I look at this perfume, and I thoroughly enjoy wearing this beautiful fragrance. So MFK Aqua Vitae Cologne Forte is one of my most worn fragrances in my entire perfume collection. While we are on the MFK train, this next scent is also from MFK, and this is also one of my most worn fragrances in my perfume collection. The scent that I'm talking about is MFK A La Rose, you guys. And again, this also falls in the bracket with the Jimmy Choo and Aqua Cologne Forte. Aqua Vitae Cologne Forte. Oh my God. Okay. Right, this also falls in that bracket. Like, I remember smelling this perfume, I smelled it at the same time that I smelled the Aqua Vitae Cologne Forte, and I remember just being so in love with this perfume. I sprayed it on my hand, and it smells like a freshly cut lush red rose. It smelled clean, it smelled a little bit dewy, it smelled powdery, but it was the most youthful, clean, lush scent of a rose, and I was just so in love. It dried down really powdery and really clean and really delicate and soft, and I sprayed it right here on my hand. It was probably this very hand, and I remember just smelling it and smell it and smell it every minute, and I was so in love with this perfume. And then I came home and I went on to Fragrantica and YouTube, and I checked the reviews, and I was so heartbroken. Everybody said it was boring, it was juvenile, and that it was too simplistic for the price, and it wasn't that good, and it doesn't last. And it probably took me a whole year to buy this perfume. I remember the scent went on sale at Harrods, I think, and I was so happy to add this perfume to my collection. If I love this perfume one more time, this is the most beautiful rose scent ever. I know I said that about another fragrance. Now, there's a difference in the type of roses, like in the most truest scent profile of a rose, the most pleasant scent profile of a rose itself, as in the realistic scent. This is the representation of that. There are other beautiful rose scents that has like musk and powdery scents and all that good stuff, but the most truest and realistic scent profile of a rose is Alo Rose by MFK. And again, this is a beautiful, uncomplicated, relaxing fragrance that I pull for on those days when I just want something very subtle and very pretty. Even if I'm going out and I don't want nothing too much going on, I would wear this. I would wear this for dinner, because this is that scent that you wear to a candlelight dinner, where the music is nice and low, and and the tempo is just calm and laid back. And when you want to have like a capturing evening, and you don't want to, like, be obnoxious with your scent or blow the person away that you're having dinner with, this is the type of perfume that I would pull for you guys. I think this is an absolutely beautiful perfume that I pull for ever so often in my perfume collection. So Alo Rose by MFK is definitely one of my most worn fragrances in my entire perfume collection. This next fragrance is a very popular selection. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same about this fragrance. And the perfume I'm talking about is my Marc Jacobs Pion Intense. Again, I've been singing this song all week. I am often late to the bandwagon because I just tend to kind of follow my own vibe when it comes to my fragrances. And then I kind of like miss out on popular fragrances that people are raving about. And then when I discover it, I have to reverse and make a U-turn and come back and try it. And that's what I had to do with this scent, you guys. I just smelled this perfume last year for the first time, and I was so in love. I just like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it was so good, you guys. This is a nice fruity, sweet, almondy, vanilla smelling fragrance. It is a very interesting, uncomplicated, yet so pretty, enveloping, exciting smelling perfume, you guys. I love this perfume. Dare I say to you guys that this fragrance is actually backup bottle worthy. It is worth capping a big bottle of this fragrance. And I would even need to wait till the summertime to get this. This is how much I love this perfume. I think it's a really pretty, enticing smelling fragrance. I don't know. Something about it just makes you want to wear it all the time, smell this fragrance all the time. I think this is a really beautiful scent. I love this perfume, you guys. And this is definitely one of my most worn fragrances in my collection. Now, I can easily do a top 10 for life, and this could be one of them. But I think because the scent profile, I would say it's more of the mood. It's the mood with all of these fragrances, okay? It's the scent profile is nice. But of course, I do have much more immaculate smelling scent profiles in my collection. However, these fragrances for me create a mood, and that's why I thoroughly enjoy them the most. This for me is backup bottle worthy, as in like I would cap myself the big bottle, put it right next to this one, and wait for this one to finish, because this is a fragrance that I want to have in my collection all the time, you guys. So Marc Jacobs Perfect Intense is one of my most worn fragrances in my entire perfume collection. My next most worn fragrance in my perfume collection, again, is all about the mood, and the scent I'm telling you guys about is my Idole Aura. And I bought this in a small bottle, thinking to myself, you know, I just want to have something, you know, sunshiny with a bit of salty vibes in my collection. I didn't really need, you know, this one, because I do associate this fragrance with my La Nuit Trésor Nude. So I just felt like it would be somewhat of a duplicate. And let me tell y'all something, you guys. This perfume right here, again, this is backup bottle worthy. This is a salty, citrusy, you know, sunny, suntan lotion, florally sweet vanilla smelling fragrance. Okay, you get the rose, the vanilla, the saltiness, the florals. I want to say there's something so bright and sunny about this perfume. And again, you guys, it's all about the mood. I associate this fragrance with bright, beautiful, sunshiny, beachy days. What I'm accustomed to, what I grew up smelling, you know, the vibe that I'm accustomed to, the vibe that I love, the vibe that pretty much epitomizes me. Just a very bright, enthusiastic, light and pretty, you know, not so complicated scent or vibe or energy or persona, so to speak. And this is what this fragrance embodies for me, you guys. If I love this perfume one more time, I got it in a little 30 ml. This is backup bottle worthy, like big bottle backup bottle worthy. Like it definitely is. Like I'm telling you guys, Idole Aura is an absolute love for me, you guys. My next most worn fragrance in my entire perfume collection is Belle de Jour by Maison Christian Dior. Now, majority of the fragrances in, you know, my Dior collection would have a dent quite similar to this, and the reason for that is Dior is my most favorite perfume brand. Of course, you guys probably already know that. However, Belle de Jour has a deeper dent than all of the other fragrances, and the reason is for that, it's simply the mood that this fragrance creates for me. This is a beautiful white peach with the essence of ice cream. It is powdery, it has some pear in it, and it's a bit spritzy, and it creates a beautiful cloud around you when you wear this beautiful fragrance that kind of radiates off the skin and kind of lingers on your clothes for a lot more longer than the average 4 hours that it lasts on my skin. And this perfume just makes you feel so girly, so pretty, so light. It's really playful and elegant at the same time. This is a really beautiful smelling fragrance from, you know, Maison Christian Dior. It's a scent profile, but it's also the mood. It's an uncomplicated scent, but very pretty. It wears quite light, and I still don't think that this fragrance is like a boring or plain or a scent or, you know, like an uninteresting scent. It's the furthest thing from that. It's like the most beautiful, interesting scent in the Maison Christian Dior collection that I have. I would say my vanilla diorama is the most sexiest fragrance in the range, and Taupe Color is the most strongest and best smelling fragrance. This one here is the most playful And the scent profile is like a very soothing and really pretty gold essence in my opinion. And for that reason, I thoroughly love this perfume, and I reach for this fragrance ever so often, you guys. Even though I may not mention it a lot on my channel, these are fragrances that behind the scenes I naturally, without even thinking about it, pull for and wear them and thoroughly enjoy these scents, you guys. And there you have it, you guys. These are my most worn fragrances in my entire perfume collection, and I hope you guys thoroughly enjoy, you know, going through these scents with me as much as I did. If in fact you did, please give me a very big thumbs up. If you guys are new here, please don't leave without hitting that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for your continuous support. Until next time, see you guys in my very next video. Bye.